week, and the Japanese stay in our factory. We have containers in our factory working. That's why we can recover very fast. We also did CSR for 40 days in Namanakon to support, the people staying around Namanakon, and we did take the boat and go into the soil to give the food to the old people. All the young people move away from the house, but the old people stay in the house. So we realized that many old people stay in the house, the father, mother, grandfather. So we did about 40 days, of this CSR. Newly launched projects, I think you know, the Brio, unfortunately the Nam Tuam came and then the Brio stopped production. So start again in April, Brio, the Honda Eco car. Ford Ranger also, because of the flood affected, but now is start production. Nissan Eco car, 4-door, now start production. Mazda also, now start production. Isuzu D-Max also start production. So these are all new models. That's why the demand is very strong. The future project, the Ford Focus will be launched later this year. The Honda Brio 4-door will also be launched later this year. And the new Suzuki Swift also be launched probably in the motor show. You can see the Swift. Financial summary, our sale revenue is 10 billion. Gross profit 764 million. Gross profit 7.38%. SG&A went up. I think we can explain that later. SG&A. EBITDA, of course, went down because of losses. I think those figures that you see where there are no figures here are all minus. These red figures, I think, all minus on the ratio. Net profit is also minus 390 million. Which means our loss, we have last year, first 3 quarters we have profit. So totally the impact is close to 600 over million, the flood, close to 700 million, 600 over million. I think assets remain about the same. Equity went down. And now that equity increased because we have to, because of the losses, and we have to also borrow money more to support the loss while waiting for insurance claims. So basically the financial figure is a very bad performance for last year. I think all is due to the flood. Yeah? If not for the flood, I think last year was a good year. Sales contribution by countries. Thailand 76%, Malaysia 16%, China 8%. Quarterly earnings and performance, you can see that the last quarter, we have that quarter alone, minus 700 million, just that quarter. As a result, it has a disastrous effect on the total year profits. And sales also, went down significantly on the last quarter. Customer profile, our big customer, AAT, Nissan, Toyota, Hapico Amata, and Isuzu. For the forging, TRW, AAT, Yamaha, GKN, Magna, and Dana. So Magna is export, a lot of export to USA. And plastics, AAT, Mazda, Ford, Yamaha, and Honda, Air International, and Johnson Control. And utilization rate, you can see that now our utilization rate is getting full. The only, in China, our utilization rate is also full, except that we have now new factory in China. Therefore, the utilization rate is down while we are moving to our new factory. Our new factory is very big in China. It's 20,000 square meters. So we cannot fill up the factory. So otherwise, China capacity is actually, utilization is also full. But because of new factory, and then we are moving to new factory in China right now. And chassis frame, Apico Amata 65% is because the old chassis frame manufacturing is coming down. We are moving to our new factory here, Apico Structural Product, where we assemble all the new frame for the new Isuzu pickup. So therefore, utilization of Amata has come down. And plastic parts, for Bangpli we are 70%, and for Rayong we are still 40%, because we have one machine is running about 40%. And we expect also Bangpli or Rayong to be full, because Ford has many new programs, and we are getting the new plastic tanks for the new programs. So you can see that press parts, 95%, steel tanks, 60%, plastic tanks, about 40% utilization, pickup frames, about 95%, forging, 85%, washer tank, 60%, door checks, 85%, brake line, fuel lines, 85%, engine parts, 85%, door sash is our joint venture with China, Min, 95%, jigs, about 70%, dies, about 60%. Our risk factors is steel, but no significant impact on the company since 80% of our steel is under centralized purchasing. Labor problems, labor strikes, good welfare, and maintain close communication. I think that is one of our strength. We maintain close communication. We look after our people. Labor shortage, recruiting overseas labor. Now we use Cambodian, but after the flood, we seem to be able to get people again because many factories are not open. In Navanakon, like in high-tech, only 30% of factories are started to work. So there seems to be some availability of labor. The 300 baht minimum salary is being implemented, but this could create some problem, I think, because some companies not agree, some company agree. So I also worry there may be some labor issues in Thailand. If one factory have labor, it affects everybody, because we cannot assemble a car when one factory have trouble. Foreign exchange risk, no significant impact as more than 90% of sales are in local currency. Natural disasters, financial impact is taken up by insurance company. Lucky we are fully covered. We have business interruption. We have enough cover for all machines. We have about 2 billion coverage, so it's enough to cover all our expense for the flood. For flood, dikes being built around the industrial estate. So the government is building the dike. One-third by the government, I think one-third by the JICA, and one-third by the owner of industrial estate. Our customers, as you know, mainly our customers are the OEMs, plus some other tier 2s. Our main customer will be Toyota, Ford, Isuzu, and the major OEMs in Thailand. And our factories are located now in all locations where the car business is located. So I think we are ready even if there's more expansion in Thailand, because we have still some land in Chonburi, and we have some land in Rayong. Yeah, we have 40 rai in Rayong, and we still have about 20 rai in Chonburi. Our business operations, China, Thailand, and Malaysia currently. And we have strategic partners, Sojitz, which is our biggest, second biggest shareholder. We have joint ventures with strategic partners, and we have technical partners as well for our difficult products. Market share of products, frames, about 20%. Door checks, about 29%, Thailand market. Steel tanks, 20%. plastic tanks about 7%.